Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Intan Hariza binti Rosman. Today, my team would like to present about our company, which is the Cola. Today, I will present about the company background of the Cola. The Cola is the telecommunication company. So, where the name of Cola get? Okay, the name of the Cola is from where we call, when we want to communicate with other, we will use call. So in Malay, it means panggilan. So then when we use short form in the text messaging, we spell the call as KOL, and then la is the end. Always there's addition at the end of the sentence. That's why we make it become cola, the cola. Okay, so the objective of our company is value our promise with customer and create trust with customer with proper goals and methods. And also our company had a vision and mission. So the vision of our company is pioneer the market to reasonable price, and the mission is produce best quality product based on trust with customers. Okay, let's recheck the organizational chart of this company. We had divided department into 4 department, which is human resource department, engineering department, marketing department, and also administrative department. And also in the organizational chart, we have the top management, which consists of general manager and secretary, and therefore the each of the department have 3 to 4 position to be filled under each of the department. Okay, so let us go to the general manager and let me see the JDJS, JSJC. Okay, so the general manager job summary is to plan, direct or coordinate the operation of public or private sector. Other than that, the job summary for the general manager also formulating the policies, managing daily operation, and planning the use of materials and human resource. Okay, let's go to the job description. So the job description of general manager are prepare staff social views and assign specific duties. Also, direct and coordinate activities of business, because the general manager will handle the company as the head of the company. Okay, so let us go to the job specialization. Let me see the education first. The education needed for the position of general manager is at least 4-year bachelor degree. Okay, so the technology skills needed by the general manager is CRM, which is customer relationship managerial, ERP, enterprise response planning, and also operating system software. Okay, so the knowledge needed by the general manager are administration and management, customer and personal service, and also mathematics. Why mathematics? Because the general manager need to calculate the financial statement of the company. Okay, other than that, the skill needed by the general manager are active listening, speaking, and monitoring. This is the way how the general manager can conduct the meeting and speak fluently to the others. Okay, so the abilities of general manager are oral comprehension, oral expression, and speech clarity in order to attract the customer and gain the trust of the customer to spend their money on our company. Okay, so let me see the job context. So the job context of general manager need to do is face-to-face discussion, telephone, electronic mail, contact with others, and freedom to make decision of the company. This job context needed to do every daily life in the workplace. market comparison that we see from the websites. The website that I chosen are JobStreet, Glassdoor, and Salary Expert. The lowest one is the JobStreet, which they offer the very low salary, and the Glassdoor offer the most highest salary in the website, and the average amount is from the Salary Expert. Therefore, we just take the average amount from those websites, which is 170,471 ringgit 67 cents annually, and for the monthly 14,205.97 cents. So we just take the average amount from those websites. Next, I will explain the position of secretary. Okay, the job summary for the secretary need to do is to perform secretarial duties using legal terminology, procedures, and documents. Other than that, need to prepare legal documents such as subpoenas, summons, and complaints. Okay, so let's see the job description of secretary. The job description receive and place telephone calls, also schedule and make appointment of the general manager. Okay, so the job specialization of secretary. So let's look the education first. The education needed for this position is training in vocational school, related on the job experience, and associates in degree. Okay, so the technology skills needed by the secretary are accounting software, document management software, and also word processing software. Okay, the next one is the knowledge. The knowledge needed, everyone knows, which is clerical, law and government, and also English language. Why English language? This is because the secretary need to deal with the foreign customer. Okay, the skills needed for the secretary are reading comprehension, writing, and active listening. So the last one from the job specialization is abilities. The abilities of secretary and the general manager is quite similar, which are oral comprehension, oral expression, and also near vision. Okay, so let's we look for the job contacts by the secretary, which electronic mail, telephone calls, face-to-face discussion, letters and memos, and also contact with others. Why? Because the secretary work is almost similar with the clerical work, more to do the appointment, the documentation, and also need to deal with the others. Okay, so the market salary, the market comparison that I had chose three, which JobStreet, Salary Expert, and Glassdoor. So the JobStreet offering the lowest salary in the website, and also the highest one is from the Salary Expert. Okay, the Glassdoor always show the average amount. So we had calculated from all those websites, and we chose the average amount, which is 106,864 ringgit annually, 8,905 ringgit 33 cents monthly.
Hi, my name is Nur Adila binti Omar, and I will present to you about Human Resource Department. The first position is Head of Human Resource Department. Their role is to plan, direct, or coordinate human resource activities and staff of an organization. They also serve as a link between management and employees, and represent organization at personnel-related hearings and investigation. For job specialization, the education background needed for this position is a bachelor degree or master's degree majored in human resource or business administration. The technology skills that needed for this position is accounting software such as Accountant, Word, Payroll Relief, and human resource software such as Atlas Business Solutions Staff Files. The knowledge needed for this position is personnel and human resource, skills needed is management of personnel resources, and abilities that needed for this position is deductive reasoning, which is the ability to apply general rules to a problem to find an answers. For the job context in this position is electronic mail, telephone, face-to-face discussion, duration of typical work week, and freedom to make decisions. For market comparison for Head of Human Resource Department, as we can see, the first most higher payment given by is pay scale, and second one is job script, and third one, the least payment given is salary expert. The company use average pay from the three websites combined. As for position assistant manager in human resource department, their role is to compile and keep personnel records, and they also need to process, verify, and maintain personnel related documents, and also they have to record data for each employee. For job specialization for assistant manager, the education needed for assistant manager is actually minimum high school graduate, with 1 to 5 years working experience. As for technology skills, assistant manager need to master electronic mail software such as Gmail. For knowledge, they need to know the clerical work such as word processing, manage files, and record all the files needed for their organization. Skills needed is speaking and writing, because the clerk actually have to convey the important information to the others. For abilities needed for this position is speech clarity and written comprehension, so that everyone can understand what they saying. For job context, this position most often engage with electronic mail, contact with others, telephones, importance of being exact or accurate, and work with a group or team. For market comparison for assistant manager for human resource department, the first most higher salary given is job street, second is pay scale, and the third one is salary expert. We also use average pay with the three website combined to the employees. The next position is compensation and benefit executive. Their role is to plan, direct, and coordinate compensation, also benefit activities of an organization. They also need to design, evaluate, modify benefit policies, and formulate policies, procedures, and programs. For job specialization, for compensation and benefit executive, the education needed is a master degree or minimum bachelor degree with working experience. Technology skills needed is enterprise software planning or ERP software such as Microsoft Dynamics. Knowledge needed is in administration and management such as strategic planning. Skills needed is critical thinking, and the abilities needed is oral expression. For the job context, compensation and benefit executive usually engage with electronic mails, telephones, face-to-face discussion, and they will tend to stay indoors and environmentally controlled. They also spend their time sitting in their office. Market comparison for compensation and benefit executive. The first from the three websites, first is pay scale, second is salary expert, and third is pay lab. In this position, we also offer average pay with the three website combined. Next position is risk management executive. Their role is to analyze and manage risk management issues by identifying measures and making decisions. Their job description is to develop any contingency plans to deal with the emergencies and to maintain input or data quality of the risk management system. For job specialization, in education for this position is We need bachelor degree in mathematics or risk management or any related fields. For technology skills needed for this position is business intelligence and data analysis software. Knowledge needed is system analysis, which is to analyze if any change can affect the outcome. And the abilities needed for this position is problem sensitivity. This position will often engage with electronic mails, telephone, face-to-face discussion, contact with others, and work with the group or team. As for market comparison for risk management executive from 3 different websites, which is Glassdoor, PayScale, and Salary Expert. Glassdoor offers the highest annual salary, followed by Salary Expert and PayScale. With the 3 websites combined, we offer the average pay to our employees. Position is Training and Development Executive. Training and Development Executive responsible in planning, directing, or coordinate the training and development as activities and the staff of an organizations. They also need to analyze the training and confer with the management and conduct surveys to identify the training needs. For job specialization, in terms of education, we need bachelor degree in any relevant field with working experience, which is among 1 to 3 years. Technology skills needed for this position is computer-based training such as Blackboard Learn. Knowledge needed is education and training, and they also need to master the learning strategies, which is to select any training methods which is suitable for the employees, and abilities needed for this position is fluency of ideas. This position will often engage with electronic mail, contact with others, and they will stay indoors and environmentally controlled, and they also often engage with telephones. For market comparison, for training and development executive, from 3 different websites, which is Average Salary Survey, PayScale, and Salary Expert. Average Salary Survey offers highest annual salary, followed by Salary Expert and PayScale. With the 3 websites combined, we offer the employees average pay for the position.
Hi, Assalamualaikum. My name is Mira binti Kamaruzaman. So for today, I will be presenting on the company pay structure of engineering department. So basically, in the company pay structure, they're involved with the job detail and also the market survey. So in engineering departments, they have 5 different types of 5 different positions in engineering departments, which is the first one, head of engineering department. Second, we have the assistant computer and information systems manager, and then we have the assistant technical manager. Fourth position, we have the electronic engineering technologies, and last but not least, the position of electronic engineering technician. So the first one, we go through with the job detail of head of engineering department position. So basically, in head of engineering department, the job summary are they have to make a plan, activity, or direct or coordinate the activity in such fields as the electronic data, the system analysis, the information analysis, and also the computer programming. For the job descriptions, their JD is to review the project that have plans and to plan and coordinate their activity correctly. Second, to assist and review the work of system analysis, Java programmer, and other computer related to the worker. And third, job descriptions are to provide user with technical support for computer programming, for computer problem. Next, we go through with the job specialization. So basically, in the job specializations, it just same with the other position that have in the engineering department, which is consists with 4 types, which are the ability, the knowledge, the technological skills, their skills. So basically, all the requirements of the needed or the position that they have to fulfill is the same. For example, like in technological skills, basically in the technological skills, the skills that require are the database management system software, which involve with the Teradata database or the MongoDB, and then also they have to know skills. They have to know the technological skills of the web platform development software, which is involved with the hypertext. Next, we go through with the knowledge. The basic knowledge that they have to know is about the mathematics, it's about the computer and electronic, it's about the programming, and also the customer and personal service. While for the skills for head of engineering department are they need to know they have to have the skills. They need to have the skills of the critical thinking, the problematic thinking, the judgment and decision making, and also the ways of how to monitor their employee and how to conduct the problem. While for the ability in the head of engineering departments, which are required, are about the deductive reasoning and also inductive reasoning. For the job context is basically same with the other position also, which involve with the face-to-face discussion, electronic mail, telephones, and then group discussions, or maybe they have to work with group or teamwork. So next we go through with the second position, which are the assistant computer and information system manager. For this position, the job summary are to monitor network to ensure that the network availability to the all systems to all the users that may perform necessary maintenance to support network availability. Besides, it is also to assist in network modeling, analysis, planning, and coordination between the network and the data communication of the software and the hardware. It is also to supervise computer user support specialists and computer network support specialists. Next is the job descriptions of this position. So the JD of these positions are to maintain and to administer computer network which is related with the computing environment, including the computer software, the hardware, the software, the systems, the application systems, and also all the configurations. Next, the JD is also to perform data backups that disaster to recover the operations. Next is also to diagnose the troubleshoot and also to resolve the problem which is involved with the hardware, resolve the problem with the software also, and to replace the defective component which is when it necessary. While for the technological skills, it seems like the previous position. The technological skills that is required for this position are the database, are also the development environment software. What is development environment software? So basically, in this development environment software, they need to have the technological skills of Microsoft Visual Basic. While for the knowledge that is required for these positions are about the computer and electronic, and also the engineering and technology. While for the skills for these positions are basically about the critical thinking, the judgment and decision making are just same. Next we go through with the third position, which are the assistant technical manager. So assistant technical manager are basically is about to assist to apply the theory and the principle of civil engineering that we have learned or we have taken they need to know about the designing, the planning, and also to overseeing construction and maintenance of the structure and facility under the directions of engineering staff and the physical scientific. So the JD of these positions are to calculate the dimension, the square footage, the profile, the component, specification, and the material quantity that has been used for each of the computer. and it's also to analyze proposed site factor and designs the maps, the graph, the tracing and the diagrams of each of the illustrations of the finding. Next, the job specializations. The technological skills that they are required is about the map creation software, and then for the knowledge is required is about the mathematics and also the building construction. Why? Because for building and construction it is very important, because the knowledge of the materials, the tools, the equipment, the methods is very important for a person or for a worker who wants to work under this position. They need to clarify and they need to well know about each of every equipment that used in their company. Next, the skills for these positions are about the reading comprehension and also the mathematics. Why? Because for examples like reading comprehension. Reading comprehension is about the understanding written sentence and paragraph in word related with the document. Next, we go to with the fourth position. The fourth position is about the electronic engineering technologies. For this position, job summary are to assist electronic engineering in such activity as the electronic systems and instrumentation designs or digital processing. And then, as an engineering technologies, it is also specialized devoted to the implementation of existing technology within a period of time or within a field of engineering. Next, for the job description of electronic engineering technologies. So for these job descriptions are basically about on how to modify, maintain or repair any electronic equipment that have problem and to ensure that this is proper functioning. Next, it is also to replace the defective components or or a part that using hand tools and protection instrument. Next, we go through with the job specialization. The job specialization for the technological skills are the analytical or scientific software. In this analytical and scientific software, basically the software that they use are the ORCAD or CAD, which is represent with the current PSPs. While the second software that they use in the analytical and the scientific software are about the computer-aided design, which is CAD software. Next, we go with the knowledge. So the knowledge that they use or required for these positions are about the computer and also the electronic, because it is because it is very important to the person to know about the processor, about the chips, electronic, and so on, which is related with the computer. Then it is also important with the telecommunication, because it is to transmission, broadcasting, and to switching of control and also operations of the telecommunication systems. Next is the skills in the job specializations of the position are about the complex problem solving. Complex problem solving is to identify the problem that have in this kinds of situation and to figure out on how to control from it become worse. Next, the ability. Ability for these positions are basically about the near vision and also the oral comprehension. The job context that used is same like previous every department, which is the face-to-face discussion, the electronic mail, the telephone. Last, we go through with the last position in engineering department, which are about the electronic engineering technician. So basically, in electronic engineering technicians, the job summary are to about layout, about build, about troubleshoot, about the repair, the development and the production of electronic component, parts, equipment, tools such as their computer equipment or maybe their missile control, and also their electronic tubes. While usually this position, the job summary are work under directions of the staff of engineering. Next, we go through with the job description. The JD of these positions are about to identify and resolve the equipment that multifunctions, working with the manufacturer or field representative as necessary to produce the replacement parts. Besides, it is also to adjust or to replace the defective, improperly functioning or the electronic components using hand tools or soldering iron. Next, the job specializations. In this position, for the technological skills, the requirements are about the RCA, which is known as the root cause analysis, and then we have to know about the Autodesk AutoCAD. It is very important for the person to know about this system, about this software. Next, we go through with the knowledge. The knowledge that is required for these positions are about the computer and electronics, same, and also about designs and the mechanical. While for the skills, it's about the problematic skills, the complex problem solving, and also the critical thinking. And the ability is about the problem sensitivity and also about the oral comprehension. Next, we go through with the market survey. So basically, this is the market comparison for each of position in engineering department. So the first one, we go through with the head of engineering departments of market comparison. So basically, that I have shown you is about the base pay. The base pay of head of engineering departments are about 97,733 ringgit, which is the average sum. So by considering this amount, it is basically the worker has been paid their salary by looking forward with their expertise, their experience, their knowledge, their ability, their technological skills, and the work expert. And while for the lowest rate for this company, for this position, or the minimum rate for these positions are about 82,456 ringgit to 23 cents, which is below the average rate, while the maximum rate or the highest rate for this position are about 111,558 ringgit 43 cents, which is above the average rate. By considering this amount, we have decided to choose the average of 15% for all the position in engineering department are sales. And from this position, the working experience are about the range of 7 to 10 years. While for the next, we go through with the second position, which is the market comparison of assistant computer and also information system manager. So basically, in this position, the base pay for these positions are about 85,902 ringgit 33 cents, which is the average amount. And this is also by considering their work expertise. And what for their minimum rate or their lowest rate are about 73,017 ringgit and 83 cents, which is below the average rate, while the maximum rate are 98,788 ringgit 82 cents, which is above the average rate. The average rate that we use are same, 15%, and the working experience that required for these positions are about 1 to 3 years. Next, we go through with the third position, which are the market comparison of the assistant technical manager. So basically, in this position, the base pay for this position that has been calculated are about 102,242 ringgit 33 cents, which is the average sum. The average rate we still use the same, which are the 15%. The working experience for these positions is required from 1 to 3 years and above, and their lowest minimum rate, their lowest minimum rate are about 86,905 ringgit 98 cents, while the highest rate or the maximum rate are 117,578 ringgit 68 cents, which is above the average rate. Next, we go through with the fourth position, which are the market comparison of the electronic engineering technologies. So, basically, the base pay for the electronic engineering technology are 47,231 ringgit, which are the average amount. By this salary, it's considering that the payment has been paid based on their expert of knowledge, their technological skills, their ability, their skills, their experience in their working in their field. Also, the minimum rate for these positions are 40,146 ringgit 35 cents, which are above the average rate, while the minimum rate, which is below the average rate, are about 94,300 the minimum rate are 40,146 ringgit 35 cents, while the maximum is 54,315 ringgit 65 cents, which is above the average rate that we have choose are 15%, while the working experience that required for these positions are about 4 to 7 years of working experience. Last but not least, we go through with the last position, which are the market comparison for electronic engineering technologies technician. Basically, for this technician's position, the base pay for this position are 44,193 ringgit 67 ringgit, which is the average sum. Well, this is also by considering the pay has been paid based on their experience, their knowledge, their technological skills, their ability, and also and this has been paid looking forward with their requirement. Next, while the minimum rate for this position is about 37,564 ringgit 62 cents, which is below, while the maximum rate is about 50,822 ringgit 72 cents, which is above the average rate that have been chosen. So for the working experience that is required for this position is from 3 to 7 years working experience. So basically, for this position, the market survey for head of engineering department are same. We have decided to choose 15% for the average rate, and yeah, that's all. Thank you.
Muhammad Hanif bin Muhammadan. I would like to present about the Department of the Administrative. Okay, we start for the first is the head of the administrative. Okay, for the job summary is the plan, direct or coordinate one or more administrative service of 10 organization. Second is the job description, which is to monitor the facility to ensure that it remains safe, secure and well maintained. Okay, second point is the set goal and the deadline for the department. Okay, for the job specialization, there are stated 5 points, which is for the education. Is the most occupation in this zone require the training in the vocational school related on the job experience. For the job context is the electronic mail, 96% responded every day. Face-to-face discussion, 90% responded every day. Okay, as you can see is the market comparison for the head of the administrative, which is I use the 15% to calculate the average of the salary. Okay, based on 3 salary survey website I choose, which is Every Salary Survey, Pay Scale and Salary Expert. Okay, next is the assistant of the administrative. Okay, for the job summary is the direct, supervise and coordinate the activity of the clerical and administrative support workers. Okay, for the job description is to supervise the work of the office, administrative or customer service employees, resolve customer complaint or answer customer question. For education is the most same to the HOD, head of the administrative, which is the zone require training in the vocational school, related on the job experience. And the job contact, as you can see, almost use the telephone, 99%. Responded every day, which is to solving the customer problem and answer the customer question. And as you can see, which the market comparison for the assistant of the administrative, I use the 5% to calculate the average salary. Then working experience is the 1 to 3 years. Okay, for the telephone operator, for the job summary is to assist customer with the special billing request. Job description is to listen to the customer request, referring to the alphabetical or geographical directories. Second point for the job description is to offer special assistance to the person. Okay, for the job specialization and for the education is to pass the same, is the require training in the vocational school and pass the diploma high school. And for the job, and another is the technology skill, knowledge, skill and abilities, same to the two previous. Okay, for the job context is the spending time, 98% responded continually or almost continually. Use the telephone, 100% responded every day to listen the customer request, referring what they want to ask. And you would deal with the unpleasant or angry people which is not certified. The service was provided. Okay, as you can see the market comparison for the telephone operator, I choose the 5% to calculate the average salary. And based on the same, I choose average salary survey, pay scale and salary expert. Okay, for the front desk officer, for the job summary, for the job summary, his task is to perform duties to the verify and the device to be the classified in any specific office critical occupation. Okay, for the job description is to answer telephone, direct call and the text message, communicate with the customer of employee and the other individual to answer the question. And for the job specialization, the individual must pass the high school diploma to qualify this position. And another point is the basic knowledge is the technology skill, knowledge, skill and ability. Okay, for the job context is that we use the telephone, 93% responded every day. Job context, electronic mail, 99% responded every day, which is use the printer and contact with other. 82% responded constant contact with other. Okay, as you can see the market comparison for the front desk officer, which is I use the 5% to calculate the average of the salary which is the company. As you can see, 27,867 ringgit, and for the monthly is 2,322 ringgit 25 cent. And as you can see, the average salary is for the average salary survey is the 4 to 8 years, because it's the based on their skill and their experience to achieve the average salary survey for annually. Okay, lastly is the telecommunication line installer and the repair. Okay, for the job summary is the telecommunication is to install the maintain line and the cable used by the network communication company. Okay, for the job description is the travel to the customer premise to install, maintain or repair audio and the visual, electronic reception equipment or accessory. And other that is the measure signal strength and utility pole using the electronic. Okay, for the job specialization for education, the person must have the training for job training, which is must pass the training must pass the school. The experience must have the experience to do the job. And as you can see is the basic. And another 4 is the technology skill, knowledge skill, skill and ability. Okay, for the job context is the contact with other, 81% responded constant contact with other, which is to install the line, you must give the mice together to do the job. And lastly is the wear common protective survey, which is to assess the safety equipment, such as the safety shoes, glass, and glove. Okay, for the market comparison, as you can see, the average salary for the I calculate is use the 5% rate, which is for the company is the 60,497 ringgit 33 cent, and for the average monthly is the 5,041 ringgit 44 cent. And same to the previous is the average salary survey, which is 4 to 8 years working experience based on their performance, based on their skill experience. Okay, that's all for me. Thank you.
Assalamualaikum, my name is Muhammad Fikri. So right now I will explain about marketing department. Okay, so first of all, in marketing department we have 4 positions. First is the head of department of marketing. Second is assistant of marketing department. Third is executive of promotion and advertising. While lastly we have market research specialist. Okay, the head of marketing department job summary is to develop pricing strategies with the goal of maximizing the firm profits, where the description for this job is to identify, develop, or evaluate marketing strategies based on the knowledge of establishment objectives that have been set by the company. The other description is to evaluate the financial aspect of product development, and he has to manage the marketing department team. Here comes the part where marketing comparison for head marketing department. We have choose from 3 different websites. Where first we choose from the Jobstreet, second Salary Expert, and the lastly Glassdoor. So the average for our company is 79,633 ringgit Malaysian, where the monthly salary will be 6,638 ringgit Malaysian. Second position for marketing department is assistant marketing, where the job summary is to support marketing managers and executive on projects such as developing sales strategies. The description for the job is to working closely with sales and marketing department, creating marketing materials such as white paper, case study, and presentation, so that all the team members will know and other department will know what the marketing department will do. For the market division for assistant marketing, we also have select from 3 different websites, Jobstreet, Glassdoor, and Salary Expert. We have made a calculation, and our company has set for the average annual salary for assistant marketing is 57,665 ringgit Malaysian, where the monthly for salary for the assistant marketing is 4,805.50 ringgit Malaysian. The third position for the marketing department is the executive of advertising and promotion, where the job summary is to plan, direct, or coordinate advertising policy and program, or produce collateral material for the marketing department, where the description for the job is to assist with the annual budget development, confer with the department head or staff to discuss topics such as content, selection of advertising media or product to be advertised. Market comparison, executive advertisement and promotion. We have choose the salary from 3 different websites such as Salary Expert, Jobstreet, and Glassdoor. Where from these 3 different websites, the most maximum that give annual salary is Glassdoor, where they give 260,000, where the minimum from these three websites is from Salary Expert, where they give 459 ringgit. But in our company, we will give to the executive retirement and promotion. The annual salary is 140,499 and 67 cents, where the monthly average salary will be 9,524 ringgit and 97 cents. Okay, for the last position in marketing department is market research specialist, where the summary for this job is to research market coordination in local, regional or national areas, or gather information. The description for this job is to measure and assess customer, employee certification, devise and evaluate method and procedure for collecting data such as survey, opinion, or questionnaire, or arrange to obtain existing data will help the company to gain more customer and maximize the new customer and maintain the loyalty. For market research specialist, we also have made a research from 3 different websites such as Glassdoor, JobStreet and Salary Expert, where from these 3 websites, the most website that give higher salary is from the Salary Expert, where they give 82,705 ringgit, and the most minimum salary that they give in these 3 different websites is from the Glassdoor, where they give 48,000. But in our company, we give 61,968 ringgit and 33 cents.
We present about the employee benefit package. First is leave option. There are 3 leave options. First is annual leave, sick leave, and maternity leave. Okay, for the annual leave, workers with less than 2 years of service are entitled for 8 days per year. Workers who work for 2 to 5 years of service are entitled to 12 days per year. Workers who work for more than 5 years of service are entitled to 16 days per year. For the sick leave, workers with less than 2 years of service are entitled to 14 days of sick leave per day. Workers who work for 2 to 5 years of service are entitled to 18 days of sick leave per year, while workers who work for more than 5 years of service are entitled to 22 days of sick leave per year. For the maternity leave, female workers employees are entitled to 60 days maternity leave with full payment. Second is employment provident fund, EPF. It manages the compulsory saving plan and retirement planning for private sector workers in Malaysia. For the lower and middle level, 19% benefit package for employee, 13% for employer. For the managerial level, benefit package 12% for employee and 10% for employer. Third is Social Security Organization, SOCSO, to provide facilities for physical rehabilitation of injured workers and even give vocational training to help workers For the benefit package, 1.75% for employer, 0.5% for employee. For the employee who age reach 60 will fall under second category in SOCSO, where employee need to pay 1.25% for them. Next is working hours. First is rest day, second is overtime and maximum working hours. For the rest day, the benefit package is 2-day weekend break. For the overtime, rate of pay for overtime, work for monthly rate, worker hour 1.5 times the hourly rate of pay. The maximum numbers of hours of overtime that can be worked are 104 hours per month. For the maximum working hours, the benefit is maximum working hours per day that can be required of an employee are 8 hours and not more than 48 hours per week. Next is commuting or travel assistance to help the employee to reduce their costs while working to make the company get more profitable result with the customer and business. The benefits is commuting expense. It can be claimed if the employee going out to meet customer and travel for meeting and business purpose can be claimed at HQ company. And the company also provide the health insurance, which is medical cost and surgery of the employee can be claimed at the company. Next is a yearly bonus. All of the employee will be receiving bonus based on their performance and attendance. Next is telecommuting allowance. All manager level will be provide telecommuting allowance for benefit package. Last is employment insurance system. EIS is to provide insurance benefit and help by employment advice and work searching assistance in job search. The benefit package is 0.2% for employee, 0.2% also for employer. I will present about the implication to the company. First is loyalty toward the company. Employees typically consider their salary to be the primary motivation to come to work. Other factors that positively influence job retention include flexible work schedule, training opportunities, and other amenities such as bonus or extra vacation time. However, if an employee feels that she works harder than another employee who receives higher rate of compensation, she may leave for a higher paying opportunity. Highly paid employees tend to be more motivated to remain in their job. Therefore, in this company, we offer a base salary with variety of compensation benefit in order to attract and retain our employees. Second is loss the employees. In this company, we offer a standard benefit package such as providing annual leave, sick leave and maternity leave for women employees, including EPF and SOCSO, not only to comply with the employment law in Malaysia, but we view employees as a person. These benefits are given to employees to increase their productivity during working hours. As for providing EPF and SOCSO to employees are to protect the employees during working hours in case any unwanted accident happen, and to secure their work days financially. Therefore, the employees more confident to work on long time period with the company, might as well as grow the feeling of loyalty toward the company by knowing that their future is secure. Next is a rich company's goal. Other than providing the standard benefit, this company also provide the same benefit package to all employees level, which showing that the company value all of the employee regarding their role. Fairness of the company might be as well as retain the employee, since not all company offering benefit package that available to all employee without bias. This could be very good for the low level and middle level employees, but for the high level employees, they could see this as a disadvantage to them, since they get the same benefit as all the employees get, and might tend to search for company who offer better benefit for them. The next is costly for company. The yearly bonus can increase the employees' motivation to strive for more, since a bonus payment to an employee can be used as an incentive, especially in field where employees must make sales or meet specific goals. Set a goal for each employee or the entire group, with a cash bonus option for the employee that reach that goal. Use bonus payment to motivate a sales team into obtaining more sales for the month, quarter or year, but it could become a burden to companies, since it is costly for the company. Cash bonus can be costly for any company, so the company must calculate whether it can afford yearly bonus. Company can consider using gift card or other gift as a bonus rather than using cash. Next is recruitment and retention. The most prominent reason that company invest in employee benefit plans, it is one way which this business attract new talent away from competitor and keep existing staff with proven skill and value. This is a key bargaining chip, as benefit like medical insurance and financial investment account are important to the well-being of employees. Offering health insurance come with a great disadvantage, which it is very costly, and the company might not be able to keep up with the cost, which is the effect could be bad for the company. In conclusion, the Kola Telecommunication Company is a mobile service provider in Malaysia, where the gross value our commitment to customer and build consumer trust with correct goals and method. Besides this, in the company there are several positions where the job has its own duties. The position with the duties is important to manage the problem and to provide the service for the customer. Furthermore, the position was paid by following the company-based structure, where the rate and task is assigned to the employees. In addition, many types of leave were provided, with annual leave, sick leave, and maternity leave were entitled under Employment Act. Besides that, in terms of providing employees with EPF and SOCSO, employees are protected during working hours by avoiding accidents and getting paid when employees retire. The company benefit to ensure the employees stay longer with the company, where medical can motivate and retain employees and provide occupational health care. Not only that, the company will also provide benefit with the maximum from arrangement, since the arrangement benefit both the employee and its employer to provide the allowance.